Nova Real Producers. This is Kristen Brindley, your publisher. I'm here with the wonderful Ryan Zook of Dwellist team. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. If you all didn't check out Ryan's feature, make sure you do. It's in our Father's Day edition. That's the 4th anniversary, actually, too.
Oh yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. And I mean, I love it. The family. I can't wait to talk about your family. There's definitely a reason you're on the Father's Day edition cover. Not only did you guys do, I don't know, like 118 million last year, over 200 transactions. Dwellist, y'all do a lot of business. You really care about, running a great business and being a great dad and spending time. And we love that message for our agents too, and that you create space for your entire team to spend time with their families. So, and give to charity at the same time, right? Like DC Dreams Center, over $250,000, right? Like over
quarter million to the DC Dream Center, yes, and over $500,000 to other to other charities too.
Yeah, so that's quite a bit, and that is fantastic. And you guys just had a big move, right? Y'all moved to Real. Like, I can't wait to, if you want to tell us a little bit about that and why you did that, because that's kind of a big deal. And then I'd love to hear why real estate and go into your story. Like, that's a big move. Yeah.
I've been in the industry for 20 years and have been with some traditional brokerages. Obviously, I've had a great run in real estate, but this move to Real was really about building something new and the opportunities that come with it from a collaboration perspective, building passive income, and just being in business with some great business leaders is really exciting. So made the move recently, and all is great so far. We're super pumped.
Good for you. Good for you. I can't wait to hear more about that too. So, like, tell me why real estate. You were just in our Legends issue too. Like, been at 20 years. Like, why real estate, Ryan? Tell us a story.
Yeah, so I had a desk job right out of college, riding the metro downtown DC, and thought it was cool until I realized it was the same thing every single day. And why I love real estate is every day is different. Some days we're shooting videos and talking with other realtors. Some days you're showing high-end properties or first-time home buyers. Some days you're negotiating contracts or trying to figure out what's happening with market conditions. And so every day is different and you're always learning. And so 20 years ago, when I jumped into the business and started my real estate career, I haven't looked back since. So lots of fun stuff.
What has been most, challenging for you, either as an agent or as a leader?
Yeah, so the challenges in real estate are really about finding top talent, finding great agents that want to be a part of our team, finding great staff, and over the years I've had some lessons learned along the way of not having great people that have been part of our organization. But where we are today it's absolutely amazing. And then nowadays you just have to continue to adapt to how real estate works. I mean, now everything is online. You got to adapt to social media. You got to adapt to how to connect with buyers and sellers. And so it's fun, but it's also challenging at the same time.
Yeah. What have you found most rewarding, do you think?
So the most rewarding part about real estate is that you have the opportunity to kind of pick and choose what you want to make out of it. For me, as you know from reading the article, created a team that gave me the opportunity to go be a dad and be on the baseball field. And I joke with people that I'm a real estate agent who never works a night or a weekend. And that's something that I've earned through hard work. But it is something that sets me apart from others that are out there grinding on a daily basis. But what I love about this industry is whether you're investing in real estate or you like working with first-time home buyers or you want to play in property management, it's kind of like the world is your oyster. You get to do what really excites you, and that's what I love about this industry.
just decide and get it, right? Like there's a
Just
lot.
exactly, exactly.
Well, what about could you define success for us? What does success mean to you?
Yeah, so success to me is the ability to be a business owner that gives me the opportunity to have the life that I want, and also, like I said before, be the dad that I am. Getting a chance to go out and watch 80 baseball games a season of my boys and still be able to have a business is really exciting. And so I define success by the time that I have with my kids and the ability to do that, having built what I have built in real estate.
That's amazing. Well, that leads right into, please, tell us about your family. Tell us all about the boys and the travel teams. And I mean, you all are doing a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have three boys, 13, 11, and 9, and all three play travel baseball. And I added this up at the end of this spring season. I think we had 132 games between the three boys. So it's quite a bit of baseball, but they're enjoying it. I love traveling with the boys. And now I have been dating somebody who has two little girls as well. So we we are taking the 5 kiddos to New Hampshire and are excited about that adventure and the adventures to come.
That's it. Hey, Brady Bunch in it right there.
Exactly. That's what everybody says.
Well, good for you. I mean, you're going up north again, right? You did Bar Harbor before and Connecticut.
Yeah, we did Maine, which highly recommend, most underrated state I've ever been to. So definitely hit Bar Harbor and all the coastal towns, Kennebunkport, Portland. But this year we're going to go test out New Hampshire and go hike the White Mountains and visit Lake Winnipesaukee. Hit up a baseball game in Boston on the way up. Yep, gonna go see Boston. Boston play New York Yankees. We'll be rooting for the Yankees. So
I've, I've done that. Hey, man, the Green Mile, that's awesome.
yeah,
That
yeah. So we're excited about that trip and enjoying this until we jump back into school and travel baseball again.
it's the break before the storm again. Tell us about what you're
Exactly.
currently learning. Like, what are you learning right now, Ryan?
Well, with the change in brokerage, we're really redefining just kind of my role in this industry, the collaboration with top teams across the country. Um, and so that's really exciting to me. It's getting me up in the morning, and I'm super pumped to learn from people who have 30,000 subscribers on YouTube and have 20,000 followers on Instagram. And I think we do a lot of things at a really high level, but here are people doing it at another level. And so what am I learning? I feel like I'm learning everything all over again. Um, I mean, we do a lot of things right in terms of the business that we've built, but now the goal is to really take this to the next level. There really is, I mean, everything from organizational charts to social media content creation to a new business model is all really exciting.
That is exciting. What about are there any books or classes that you could recommend for people that you've read that have made a difference, or audios, or yeah?
Yeah, so I am not a huge reader, but the MREA book by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan, it really is a business model for building a team, and that's how I learned how to build our team, and that's everything down to how to hire, how to pay certain agents, showing agents, buyers agents, so on and so forth. So the MREA book, Millionaire Real Estate Agent book, is a great one. Trying to think of some other books that I've got a whole stack of them over there. The One Thing, Gary V's book. So I love me some Gary V.
I do too. I love the One Thing too. I use that as a focusing question in a lot of mornings. I love it. Like,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
so any quotes that you would that you love that you'd like to share?
Yeah, so my favorite quote is by Martin Luther King. I've got it pulled up here. It says, "If a man is called to be a street sweeper, he should sweep sweep streets even as Michelangelo painted, or Beethoven composed music, or Shakespeare wrote poetry. He should sweep streets so well that all the hosts of heaven and earth will pause to say, here lived a great street sweeper who did his job well. And so what I love about that is obviously it can pertain to any industry. But it's just a quote that I've heard a long time ago, and it's always just stuck with me to just be the best version of who you are in whatever profession you're in.
I love that. That one pulls on the heartstrings. I like that quote. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, of course.
What do you feel sets you apart, makes you different, makes your team different? Like, yeah.
Yeah. So what makes Dwellis different is we really try to create a edgy technology based kind of value proposition that we give to the marketplace, to buyers and sellers. And what that looks like for every seller, we create virtual walkthroughs, drone videos, 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional floor plans, a website for every property. And that package we brought all in-house. So I have a vendor that goes out and we can create that package in less than 24 hours. And what we like to do is we like to have all of that content, that media, be on a single property page that is tied to our website. And we share that website link. We call it a friendly URL, dwellis.com/Main Street / whatever you want it to be. But that link we share in all of our just listed cars. On the sign, you can click a QR code that says to unlock this virtual experience. And it's got the QR code. They're actually back now, thanks to COVID. So people can drive by and they can click it, and then they get this virtual experience that has all of this content. And whether it's a $300,000 property or a $3 million property, we do the same thing for every single one.
What do you feel like is like the biggest lesson you've ever learned?
Oh, the biggest lesson is really about surrounding yourself with great people. It makes your job more fun. And in some cases, you want to find people that are completely different than you. You've got to vibe well, but Haley, one of my colleagues, she's the operations manager for our team. She and I have completely different personalities, but the two of us, when we work together, the Dwellis bus continues to move. But what I've learned throughout the years is it's really surrounding yourself with great people. And I mean, that's a lesson that you don't really know can be a hard lesson until you've hired the wrong person or you've brought in the wrong person into your culture or your environment. And so, yeah, I would say that is the most important thing. Surround yourself with your five. Surround yourself with people that you want to be in business with.
Amen. God, I learned this lesson very recently again. What would you like to be remembered for? What do you want to be remembered for, Ryan?
What do I want to be remembered for in real estate is being a great dad. And I know that's such an interesting way to say it, but what I have built and the ability to leverage my business. I mean, we still bring in a lot of real estate, but I partner with some great people. The buyers and sellers know that they're in great hands. But what I want to be remembered for is what I've built, and that translating to what I do in my personal life. I also want to be remembered for teaching people how to do the same thing. And because at the end of the day, we go to work to be able to spend time with our family and have the life that we want. And that's just something that it's a hard thing to get to that place where you get to find a great balance. And so teaching people how to get to that place is something that I want to be remembered for. And then lastly, is just somebody who had a great heart and gave back to his community. And I mean, we obviously donate a lot to those less fortunate or those that are going through tougher circumstances than we are. And I want to be remembered for that as well.
Well, We appreciate you here at Real Producers, and thanks for being on the cover and sharing your story of success with our people. Thanks a lot, Ryan.
No, thank you so much. You're amazing too.
Thank you. Have a good day, everybody.